Behold, Fashion Frame Saturdays. The next frame we will cover on Framework on the morrow is Volt. And here's my Volt fashion. As is customary in this series, I will show the details on this Volt fashion at the end of the video. First, we're going to talk about the fan fashion that I liked from this week, and it's by Warfighter from my Discord. This is a sick, sort of Davy Jones looking Hydroid. I'm also going to say that Caleb from my Discord wins, because they had a very, very similar appearance, shockingly similar appearances. They were both really cool. This is kind of, no offense at all, but the obvious thing to make Hydroid look like, and it looks really good. Like, this is sick. So I've gotten very attached to this. Sick appearance. Let's go over what's on it. So this is using the Arca Armor Set and then the Foros chest piece. Foros chest piece is one of the only things that you can put here that doesn't clip. I think that's a very nice choice. Really, really good use of subdued colors here. That's my favorite thing about this appearance. I think, you didn't give me exact colors, but I think that you're using just a slightly red black here. So I tried this color from Fire. That's a very nice touch, isn't it? Looks like very natural, but is still really dark. Fantastic choice of color. This is a very bizarre green from Dojo palette. I think this is the color you used. Actually, tell me on Discord if this is the actual color you used. This is another guess. Fantastic color. Very strange. Very sea-like. Not sure it's like a natural, actual real color, but it's very interesting. And then sort of a slightly brown, sort of gray here. This is a slightly warm gray. It was hard to find a color that fit this. I didn't really think of the Oricon gray as being warm, but it is just a little warm. As you can see, if you use, like, go to Smoke palette and use something like this, it's not quite right. Here's the accent color. This is a very subdued metallic as well. A fantastic, very natural looking sort of like sinister pirate copper. Really, really nice color. Usually I use, or see people use, a color like this for their like copper metallic, or even this color in Katir, but this is a really, really nice color. Anyway, awesome, awesome color. Looks perfect with that primary. And then for the energy color, a very, very nice Katir sort of seafoam green. Excellent choice. Something nice and bright, but still not too glaring to contrast with the rest of the appearance. Very, very nice. I'm saying these things because I think this is the appearance is the perfect example of what natural, like fantastic looking fashion looks like. This is so good. The only thing I don't like is the Kuva pieces have their metallic on a different place than the Foros piece. So I believe you really need to move the metallic to tertiary. That's where it is in the Kuva pieces. And then for the Foros piece, it just doesn't look right like that. I find that the Kuva chest piece actually looks really good with this appearance. I will probably slightly modify this appearance and use it as my default Hydroid. There are just some places where I wanted to swap colors around. And then the Sayandana is the Nasaru Sayandana, a Sayandana that I have loved for a long time. One of my favorite Sayandanas, I think one of the most signature, cool-looking Sayandanas. Looks great here too. So that was my favorite fashion from Hydroid, who I showed on Framework last week. Go check that out if you haven't, in the description. Now we need to cover my favorite Harmony Ribbon fashion. To honor the Harmony Ribbon being added to the game and support leukemia research, I have decided to show my favorite Harmony Ribbon appearance as well for the next month. So, the deal with the Harmony Ribbon is that you can equip it as a chest piece, but it's not colorable in any way. It's not affected by color at all, so you have to make an appearance that rather matches it in a certain way. I think this is a fantastic looking kind of steampunk-ish Nova. Very, very nice. Matches the Harmony Ribbon fairly well. I think you chose oranges that are different, but in a good way, actually. And these colors are pretty nice. Again, I guessed the colors here, but it seems like a slightly red, slightly more red than the last one, black. And then we have a sort of smoky white. I believe it's this color. Not sure it's actually pure white. And then a tertiary color that is a bit more strong than this Harmony Ribbon orange, but I think in a good way. And then some nice accent colors. This makes a remarkably good metallic, this color from normal, non-saturated classic. Really nice looking metallic in my opinion on this appearance. And then the same thing for the energy color. Now let's spin this around and show what it looks like. And as you can see, they've used the Vistapa Prime Sayandana with the exact same colors, which, like, I don't like that it clips with the engines on Nova's back, but I like that it perfectly fits inside of them. Isn't that cool? It's like the exact right size. Anyway, so that's quite cool. It doesn't clip outside it. I just wish that you could see the engines. Still a very, very cool choice. Very, very nice. And it matches up with her legs really nicely too. Anyway, another fantastic appearance. Really good fan fashion this week. So let's move on to the current fashion. And by that, of course, I mean the cosmetics that were added to the game this week. Let's check out the marketplace and see. Oh baby, this is gonna be fun. Let's pick on Nova. Come on, why not, right? So these are the default colors, and I will be recoloring it because it's not fair. These default colors are horrible. These are the worst default colors I have ever seen them use, so I'm going to change them right now. Like, I just hit randomize for 30 seconds, and this is not good, but so much better than what was already there. So let's talk about these a little bit. This is the Arca Armor Set. These are interesting in the sense that they're very bulky. They add certain kinds of lines to Warframes that we don't have in armor otherwise. So this chest piece, see, it adds kind of like a bib, or someone said like a popcorn catcher on your shirt, but it does sort of add like a armored look that we do not have in current armor pieces. Same thing with these flared pieces on the bottom. I actually rather like the pieces on the bottom. They add a sort of heaviness to a Warframe with large feet that we do not have otherwise. And then let's briefly talk about these top pieces. Now, these pieces do fold down if you aim down sights. So as you can see, we're here in Captura, and here's how they look when they're not folded down, but if you aim down sights, they do fold down, they fold away. And if you sort of like aim glide, you'll see that they like fold down, which is nice. It's cool that they're folded down. I kind of wish you could keep them folded down, but it's a very nice gesture, isn't it? I also think that these look better when you're actually walking around with them on. Like, I don't know, the top pieces look crazy, extravagant, way too much, but if you had a Warframe with a lot of bulk, they could be okay. I already have several appearances in mind for these. I feel like they are a decent challenge. I've also been sent a couple things on Twitter that were actually fairly decent uses of these. They're not all bad. One thing I do want to say is they have a metallic, and it's that undercolor. So let's go find that real quick. And it's not a very good, it's like a weird metallic. So as you can see, that's the metallic. And with grayscale, like very dark colors, it looks pretty cool. But if you go for something that's normally a good metallic, you see how it kind of just looks like a solid color. It doesn't really look metallic at all. But then if I were to go for, let's say, that darker sort of coppery color we saw earlier in the video, or maybe something just slightly lighter, see, that's actually not bad. Like, it's alright, but from certain angles, it looks very solid, which I think is quite bad. I think the best thing to do here is stick to grayscale colors. Good, darker grayscale colors will look like pretty decent metal colors on this. I think that's alright, right? So stick to that. That's the best advice I can give. I think it's alright. I don't really think you should buy it. I think there are better armor sets to buy, but that's a discussion for another time. Go figure. Now, some of you have seen this Volt before from his previous iteration of a build video and a fashion video, so I will go through it pretty quickly, but I do like this appearance a lot. This is the Grax skin with the Prime helmet. Goes very well with the Volt's default armor and the Riv Elite chest, so something I think is very, very good to match his Prime helmet with the Grax armor. It even has a little bit, anyway, it kind of matches. Then I have the Mesa Noble animation set for his signature douchebaggy appearance. Prime details are toggled on, and here are the colors. So we have this dark color for the beginning. There are a lot of colors I tried here, but I really do feel like you need that one. It's got to be like smoky, a little bit brown, not too brown. Anyway, then we have a very brown black here for this undercolor and the color of his like cowl thing. I don't really know what that is. Then for this tertiary, we have a just slightly green kind of sandy color. I feel this color looks quintessentially Grenier, and I'm a big fan of it for both metallics and this sort of Grenier noodles that are always on the Grax skins. And then for the accent color, I have this for a copper. Now, I believe this skin does want like a bright copper, like a battery copper. Previous iteration of this build was called Battery Volt. I feel this is a bit too dark, but if you prefer a more relaxed color, maybe you would like this. It's alright. I just think that this color looks good on Volt, and having a nice bright metallic that doesn't look like terrible is, I think, a nice change of pace. So there you are. And then the accent energy color is this green from Halloween. You can use lots of greens here that don't look that different. Like, there's lots of Grenier greens that look very similar. Like, see, that's almost the exact same color. So use whatever you like, but I love the Halloween palette. It's coming back soon. And for the attachments, we have the Riv Elite chest, Volt's default armor, and the new addition is the Katir leg plates. I used to have the Pakal spurs, but I don't think it's quite as good. I think they were a little bit too much, and the metallic doesn't really work. The Katir ones work pretty well. Definitely don't go for the more subtle Foros piece. Volt's like massive kneecap plates, which I actually really like, but they're huge, really don't fit well with anything but this. Look, it fits really well. The lines fit really well. It even has the something similar to the like Grenier noodles. It's the Katir noodles instead. So yeah, a great fit. I didn't have that armor until recently, and now I have it, and it fits really good. And then for the Syandana, we have the Officium Syandana, partially designed by Rob from Agege Plays, and these things all have the same colors. So yeah, again, not a super new appearance for some of you, but an appearance I like a lot. And the piece de resistance is the upside-down solstice Christmas sigil hiding behind the Rivaline piece. Gives it that nice glow effect and makes it, glow alongside those coils on Volt's arms from his default armor. Very important to me. So, here's my battery Christmas tree Volt, and I hope that you are excited to see the build that I have for him. Or rather, the build video, because the build might be a little bit familiar, but the video, ooh. I hope you're going to like this one. I'll see you all tomorrow with that. I hope you had a great time. Consider supporting me on Patreon, checking me out on Discord if you haven't already. I believe most of you have. And of course, checking me out on Twitter and Twitch if you would like more of my content or just to be told about it more often. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.